A taste of the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, a place where the sun kisses the sea and the rhythm of life is as vibrant as the colors of the landscape. Two islands, one vibe, each with its own unique charm and character, yet together they create a harmonious blend of culture and nature. Forget your preconceived notions of the Caribbean. This isn't just a place for lounging on the beach, though you can certainly do that too. This ain't no tourist trap. It's a living, breathing community where the locals welcome you with open arms and warm smiles. This is the real deal. Authentic experiences await you at every corner, from the bustling markets to the serene beaches. Port of Spain is your entry point, a city that never sleeps, always buzzing with energy and excitement. A chaotic, colorful city pulsing with life. Every street tells a story, every building has a history. Check out the Red House, the seat of Parliament, a symbol of the island's rich political heritage, a striking building with a history as rich as the island itself. Learn about its past and how it has shaped the present. Then there's Queen's Park Savannah, a vast green space in the heart of the city, perfect for a leisurely stroll or a family picnic. Think Central Park, but with more rowdy stands and steel pan bands. They speak English here. Well, sort of. The local dialect adds a unique flavor to the language. It's more like a dialect all its own, a beautiful blend of influences that makes communication an adventure, a mix of English, French, Spanish, and who knows what else. It's a linguistic melting pot that reflects the island's diverse heritage. But hey, that's part of the charm. The people here are as diverse as the languages they speak, and their friendliness is infectious. The currency? Trinidad and Tobago dollars. But don't worry if you have US dollars. But US dollars work just fine. You'll find that most places accept them, making your stay even more convenient. Look, Trinidad and Tobago is a melting pot, a vibrant tapestry of cultures and traditions. 1.4 million people crammed onto two small islands. Yet there's a sense of community and togetherness that's palpable. African, Indian, Chinese, European, they're all here, each group adding its own unique flavor to the cultural mix. And that's reflected in the food, the music, the whole damn culture. Every meal is a feast, every song a celebration. Get ready for something special. Trinidad and Tobago isn't just a destination, it's an experience that will stay with you long after you've left. These islands have seen it all. From the first settlers to the modern day, every wave of people has left its mark. The Spanish were here first. They came seeking new lands and riches. Then the French arrived, bringing their own culture and traditions. Then the British said, "Hey, this place is nice," and stuck around for a while. They built roads, schools, and a system of governance that would shape the islands for years to come. Independence finally came in 1962. It was a moment of pride and new beginnings, a chance to forge a new identity. But the colonial past? It's still woven into the fabric of the place. You can see it in the architecture, the legal system, and even in the way people speak. Oil, black gold. Texas ain't got nothing on Trinidad. The discovery of oil changed everything. The oil boom transformed this place. Brought money, sure, but also problems. Economic disparity, environmental issues, and a new set of challenges. Still, Trinidad and Tobago has persevered, forged its own path. The people here are resilient, always finding ways to adapt and thrive. Carnival. This ain't no parade, it's a bacchanal. A celebration of life, culture, and freedom. A 2-day explosion of music, dancing, and pure, unadulterated revelry. It's a time when the whole country comes alive. Diwali, the Festival of Lights, is another big one. It's a time for family, for reflection, and for celebrating the triumph of light over darkness. A Hindu celebration with roots in India. It shows the deep cultural connections that span continents. And Emancipation Day? That's when they celebrate the end of slavery. A day of remembrance and joy, honoring the ancestors who fought for freedom. Trinidad and Tobago, a tapestry of cultures. Each thread tells a story, each color adds to the richness. A history written in sweat, struggle, and celebration. A place where the past and present coexist, creating a unique and vibrant future. Listen, you come to Trinidad and Tobago, you gotta eat. And I mean really eat. Dive into the heart of the island's culinary scene. And I ain't talking about no fancy resort buffet. Sure, those are nice, but they don't capture the essence of Trinbagonian flavors. I'm talking about the real deal. Street food, man. That's where it's at. The streets are alive with the aroma of spices and sizzling dishes. Doubles, your ultimate street food fix. 2 pieces of fried dough, called bara, filled with curried chickpeas. It's a burst of flavor in every bite. Spicy, savory, and goddamn delicious. Wash it down with a cold Carib beer. Trust me, it's the perfect combo to beat the tropical heat. Then there's bacon shark. Don't let the name scare you. It's a local favorite and a must-try. It's fried flatbread stuffed with, you guessed it, shark meat. Crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, topped with all sorts of goodies. Mango chutney, cilantro, garlic sauce. The works. Each bite is a symphony of flavors. Don't forget the callaloo, a kind of soup made with taro leaves, okra, coconut milk, whatever they got. It's hearty, comforting, and oh so satisfying. It's like the soul of the Caribbean in a bowl. Trinidad and Tobago, a culinary adventure waiting to be explored. From street food to traditional dishes, every meal is a story. Think Caribbean, you think beaches. And yeah, Trinidad and Tobago's got 'em. Maracas Beach, Pigeon Point, white sand, turquoise water, the whole 9 yards. But there's more to these islands than just sunbathing. Head up north to Tobago. Check out the Nylon Pool, a shallow lagoon in the middle of the ocean. The water's so clear you can see your toes. Legend has it, it's an aphrodisiac. Don't ask me how I know. Nature lovers, get your asses to the Asa Wright Nature Center. Hundreds of species of birds. Butterflies the size of your hand. It's like walking into a goddamn David Attenborough documentary. Trinidad and Tobago, where natural beauty meets untamed wilderness. Urban adventures, exploring Port of Spain's treasures. Port of Spain. Forget your tour bus nonsense, this city's best explored on foot. Get lost in the markets, haggle for souvenirs, soak up the chaos. The National Museum and Art Gallery is worth a visit. Learn about the island's history, from the indigenous people to the present day. Check out the art collection too. Local artists doing their thing. Want the best view in town? Hike up to Fort George, an old British fort perched on a hilltop. You can see the whole city from up there. Plus, it's a great place to catch the sunset. Port of Spain, a city that will surprise you, in a good way. Section 6. Beyond the beaches, embracing the call of the wild. Trinidad and Tobago. It ain't all beaches and bars. This place is teeming with life. Literally. Rainforests, mountains, waterfalls, you name it, they got it. Head inland. Explore the Northern Range, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Hike through the jungle, swim in waterfalls, get up close and personal with nature. Just watch out for the snakes. They're everywhere. Go bird watching. Trinidad and Tobago is a birdwatcher's paradise. Hundreds of species, many of them found nowhere else on Earth. Grab your binoculars and get ready to be amazed. Adventure awaits. Get out there and explore. Section 7. The rhythm of the islands, from carnival to nightlife. Trinidad and Tobago. This place knows how to party. Carnival is the main event. 2 days of non-stop revelry. Costumes, music, dancing. It's a sensory overload, but in a good way. But the party doesn't stop there. Trinidad and Tobago has a vibrant nightlife scene. From reggae to soca to calypso, there's something for everyone. Check out the bars and clubs in Port of Spain. Just be prepared to dance. For a more laid-back vibe, head to a steel pan concert. The steel pan is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. And trust me, these guys can play. Trinidad and Tobago, where the music never stops. Section 8. Navigating the islands. Essential tips for travelers. Getting around Trinidad and Tobago is pretty easy. Public transportation is cheap and reliable. Taxis are plentiful. You can even rent a car if you want. Just be prepared to drive on the left side of the road. Accommodation options are plentiful. From budget-friendly guest houses to luxurious resorts, you'll find something to suit your taste and budget. Just book in advance, especially if you're traveling during peak season. Safety is always a concern when traveling. And while Trinidad and Tobago is generally safe, it's always a good idea to be aware of your surroundings. Avoid walking alone at night. Don't flash your cash. And be respectful of the local culture. Trinidad and Tobago. Come for the adventure, stay for the vibe. Section 9. Embrace the vibe, the soul of Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. It's more than just a place, it's a feeling. An energy that seeps into your bones and stays with you long after you've left. The people here are warm, welcoming, and always up for a good time. Don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with a local. You might just make a new friend. Learn a few basic phrases in Trinbagonian Creole. Hello is was de scene, thank you is merci, and where is way? Trinidad and Tobago. Get ready to experience the Caribbean like never before.